To the cloud server.
Hi, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I said good evening, everyone.
Good evening and welcome to yet another edition of a Turning Point Toastmasters meeting. Let's have a round of applause, virtual or in person, the best that you can do. Superb. I am waiting for the rest of the role players to join in, but until then, I am your sergeant at arms and I'm also your presiding officer for today. I am thankful that the rest of the role players are here. But let me start by going into the meeting rules. Welcome to this meeting of Turning Point Toastmasters. My name is Rupinder. I'm the sergeant at arms for today. We will start by reciting the Toastmasters Club mission statement. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. I would advise you to remind yourself of the four core values of Toastmasters International, which are integrity, respect, service, and excellence. You're now inside the code of conduct of a Toastmasters meeting. Please be advised that the meeting is being recorded and it may not be possible to pause the recording. The following are the meeting rules for the audience. Please be advised that any behavior that disturbs the flow of the meeting will result in removal from the meeting without any warning. And you might be reported to Zoom as well. So you will never be able to log in using the same email address that you've been using. Please ensure that your noise making devices are either switched off or on silent mode. In particular, make sure that your WhatsApp tab is muted because that is the one culprit that crops up when you are speaking. At Turning Point Toastmasters, we don't say that you cannot speak on religion, sex, and politics. You can, except just be mindful and responsible when speaking about on this subject. As far as possible, please keep your videos on, your audio off, and applause flowing throughout. Be the kind of audience for others that you would like to have for yourself. Role players, Toastmaster of the day, table topic master, and general evaluator. Please ensure a smart audio video check before handing over to respective role players. Remember that we are in an online meeting. Role players, please rename yourself as role player hyphen your name hyphen your club name. You may omit the club name if you are a member of Turning Point Toastmasters. Please acquaint yourself with the role of the timer. The timer, Arena, I'm assuming that you're going to use timing cards or you're going to use physical cards, correct? Could you show us those cards? Super. And Rina, what I would also ask you to do is raise your virtual hand through the React screen. That way you are in the top left corner of the screen. Everybody will be able to see you. Make sense? Just raise your hand now. Super. Should you ever be in doubt, the timer is in the top left corner of your screen. Green means that you have reached the minimum qualifying time. Yellow indicates that it is a good time to start concluding. Red specifies that you have 30 seconds or more, or you will be disqualified. Individual session timings will be explained in due course of time. Zoom behaviors. We encourage you to use Zoom emoticons generously to encourage role players. For example, I'm feeling a little bit of low on encouragement. So let's have a round of applause, a virtual applause, so that we get to practice. Super. We sincerely request you not to send chat messages to everyone or the speaker on stage. Actually, stop from chatting altogether. Focus on the speaker. This is supposed to be fun. This is supposed to be enjoyment. Reiterating, please stay on mute until specifically requested to unmute. If I was to summarize all of these rules into a single rule, I would simply say be the kind of audience you want to be for the others. If you want your audience to have their videos open, you have your video open as well. It begins with you, as simple as that. If you want the audience to applaud for you, learn to applaud yourself. When you applaud for others, others will applaud for you. We kind of pay it forward back in here in Toastmasters. Before I begin, I am looking at if we have some guests. We have Reena, who's more of a regular guest than anything. I will not ask you for an introduction, but I will extend you a warm welcome. Kritika Alvani has been kind enough to let me invade her club tomorrow to practice my speech. And she is today playing the role of a table topics master. Thank you, Kritika, for being here. We have Anu from Hyderabad. She is playing the role of a Toastmaster of the day. We have Kutub from Kolkata Toastmasters Club practicing his speech today. Many congratulations, Kutub, and all the best for your division contest. I have Kamal Girdhar joining us from Chalk and Dusters Club. I welcome him. We do have a guest in the form of Priya Kaur. Priya, welcome to the club. You've been here so many times that I hardly consider you a guest now. And of course, another person whom I don't consider a guest, Toastmaster Sara. Sara, welcome once again. Let's have a round of applause for all of our guests. Now, before we move on, we have had a couple of backouts. Our grammarian Sajal had an emergency. She cannot come. So I would like to ask Sarah. Sarah, if you could play the role of a grammarian, we will, of course, give you your mandatory table topics. Could you indicate by a thumbs up if you accept? Hello? Sarah, you're not audible.
Yes, I will take grammarian.
Super. General evaluator, please note that Sarah is the grammarian in place of Sajal. So we have our complete uh, we have our complete roster ready. The one person that we are missing is our counter. I will get in touch with him, but until that time, I will now hand you over to our Toastmaster of the day. As presiding officer, it falls within my purview to introduce her. Our Toastmaster of the day has tremendous potential if only she decides to realize it. Last week, I asked her to play grammarian, and she was like, how am I going to play the role? She said that I'm going to make mistakes. Well, Toastmasters is one platform where you can make any number of mistakes and no one will laugh at you for them. In fact, they'll tell you how to get it right. Toastmasters is perhaps the only organization where we do not get punished when you are wrong. Obviously, if you offend someone, then you are going to get yelled at, but that's a different thing. Today, Toastmaster Anu has decided to take a step forward, moving up from the shoes of the grammarian to a full-fledged Toastmaster of the evening. Her theme is personal branding. Let's welcome Anu first with a huge round of applause. Anu, I'm going to spotlight you, and at the same time, I'm going to ask you to do a audio video check.
Am I audible? Am I visible?
You're audible and you are visible. Anu, personal branding. Personal branding. Anu, take it away.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rupinder. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and dear guests. Let me ask you something. Today, if someone Googles your name, what do they find? Is it a strong professional identity or a name lost among many? Any guesses? Now, I know what you guys might be thinking. You might be thinking, I'm not a celebrity, then why do I need a brand? So, personal branding is often misunderstood. It's not about being famous. You are not celebrity. I'm not asking you to be famous. It is being known for something specific. So, your personal brand is something when people say something about you in a room when you are not in that room. You are known for something specific, and your personal brand built from three skills: visibility, your skills, and your talents. And today we are going to explore three dimension of personal branding, and I will keep on talking about those as we unfold our meeting going forward. But now it's time to discuss about three meeting segment. So we are going to have, as usual, every Toastmaster meetings have three meeting segment. First one is a prepared speech where speaker prepare, rehearse, come deliver their speech and create their own brand. The second one is a table topic where speaker come and create their own brand under pressure spontaneously. The last but not least, evaluation, where we all help each other to refine our own brands. So today, with these three segments, there is someone who is going to help us, who is going to share their honest feedback with us, how the meeting is going on. With this, I would like to call Toastmaster Kamal, our general evaluator, on the stage. Over to you, Toastmaster Kamal. But before that, can we have a quick audio video check? Toastmaster Kamal?
Hello.
Some little background noise from your side. Now it is better. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I think it's because of the fan. It's very hot in Delhi.
Yeah, no issue. Yeah, so you're audible, you're visible. Over to you, Toastmaster Kamal.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. I will be performing the role of the general evaluator today, in which so I will be taking care of the fact that how the meeting is getting conducted today. I will check if the timer, our counter, and grammarian are doing their roles in the proper way. So, for example, if the timer is showing the timing cards properly, if the timings are being read out, if the disqualifications are being called out. For grammarian, I will check on the usage of the word of the day, and of course, we'll also check on if the fact that an encouraging tone was used. Overall, we will also be monitoring the meeting in terms of its overall ethic. If cell phones were on during the meeting, uh, if there is no crosstalk that is happening, no offensive language, no one is getting unmuted unnecessarily, props are being properly arranged. So these are the broad things that I will be taking care of as the general evaluator. In addition to the fact that I also check on the speech evaluators if the speech objectives have been run properly and the speech is being evaluated on the objectives. So with that, I'll like to hand over the stage back to the Toastmaster today.
Would you like to call your role player and introduce their
General
role?
evaluator, you have to call on the tag team to be
Yeah.
introduced.
Okay, sure. So, every Toastmaster meeting basically calls for the fact that the meeting is run efficiently by a set of three people who are actually called the tag team. T stands for timer, A stands for our counter, and G stands for grammarian. And I would like to invite each one of them. So, as a timer, I have Reena Rai, who is performing the role of the timer. So, Reena, if you could just explain your role.
Yeah, sure. Uh, Thank you, Toastmaster Kamal. Good evening, dear fellow Toastmasters. So today I have the privilege of taking up the role of timer. And we all know time is a very critical resource in our life, and we should use wisely. And I would request each others to respect also each other's time. So being a timer, my responsibility is to remind each and speaker about their time. So we can conclude this meeting within the time. So now let's come to the icebreaker speech. For icebreaker speech, we have the time limit of 4 to 6 minutes. So at 4 minutes, I will show this green card. And at 5 minutes, I will show this yellow card. So speaker should start concluding their speech And at 6 minutes, I will show this red card. We have one more prepared speech today. So for prepared speech, we have time limit of 5 to 7 minutes. So at 5 minutes, I will show this green card. At 6 minutes, I will show this yellow card. And at 7 minutes, I will show this red card. And for table topics, we have time limit of 1 to 2 minutes. So at 1 minute, I will show this green card. At 1.5 minute, I will show this yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I will show this red card. And for evaluation section, we have time limit of 2 to 3 minutes. So at 2 minutes, I will show this green card. At 2.5 minutes, I will show this yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I will show this red card. And for each section, we have 30-second lower and upper time limit. So speaker can use that grace period for their flexibility of time. Suppose for icebreaker speech, we have 4 to 6 minutes. So at minimum level, that speaker should speak at least for 3 minutes 30 seconds, or for maximum at 6 minutes 30 seconds. And at the evaluation section, I will present my timer report. With this, I am handing over the session to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Kamal. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Reena. Thank you for explaining your role really well. Timer is a very critical role, and it's important that our speeches and our table topics are delivered in a time-bound manner, so that we are able to conclude the meeting also on time. So, with this, I would now like to introduce the second member of my tag team, which is the R counter, the role which is being played by Rupinder ji today. So, over to Rupinder ji to explain his role
First
further.
of all, I'm not G, and second, Anshuman is playing the counter role.
All right, Amshuman is back.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh,
I
okay,
never
all right.
went anywhere, Toastmaster.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I think I misheard. I think there was a change in grammarian as well, right? So yeah, please excuse me.
Yeah, I'm happy to take over the counter duties.
Yeah, sure.
So thanks a lot, Toastmaster Kamal. So welcome everyone. So the purpose of the counter role is to note down any sounds or words which can act as crutches or fillers. For example, filler sounds like or filler words like and, well, but, so, and there can be clutches like, for example, I mean, this means, this means. So I'll note down all such kind of usages so that we can figure out a pattern and clarify it for our next attempt, and improve it as we go. And I'll be back at the end of the meeting with my report. Over to you, Toastmaster Cup.
Thank you, Anshuman, for explaining your role so beautifully. Our counter is a very important role, like Anshuman mentioned, because he manages and tracks the filler words. So that involves a lot of active listening. So I'm sure when we see Anshuman's report at the end of the meeting, it will be an eye opener for many of us. And the idea of an R counter is the fact that we deliver a clean speech, which is effective and of course and continuous. So thank you for explaining your role. Now I move on to the last member of the tag team, the grammarian. This role is being performed by Sarah today. So over to Sarah to explain her role.
Okay, thank you for giving me the role. Good evening, everyone, dear Toastmasters and guests of Turning Point. The role of the grammarian is very simple. It's basically a role that is keeps up with the grammar, the grammatical sense of a meeting. I will note down the good usage of grammar, pronunciation, and all the wonderful idioms, phrases, or amazing stories that you have brought up with you, whether in your evaluation or your table topic speech, regardless. I will also note down all the incorrect uses of English language, such as grammatical errors, errors in subject-verb agreement, or misalignment of phrases, and etc. My second role is to introduce the word of the day and the idiom of the day, which will be relevant to our theme, personal branding. The word of the day is credibility. The meaning is the quality of being trusted and believed in. I think it's a very fitting word of the day for the theme, personal branding. You're being credible. You have all the things that needs to be backed up by your evidence. And the idiom of the day is put your money where your mouth is, which means to back up your claims or beliefs with real commitments, whether it is real results, accountability, or actually showing and delivering what you actually believe in. And that concludes my introduction as the grammarian. And I will present the report in the third section, which is the evaluation section under general evaluation. Over to you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Kamal.
Thank you, Sarah, for explaining your role in a very lucid and a coherent manner. Grammarian is another important role that we have, and we urge everyone to use the word of the day and idiom of the day liberally. I request grammarian to put the word of the day and the idiom of the day also in the chat for people to keep a recall of the word of the day and the idiom of the day so that they can use it effectively during their speeches. So with this, I move my role back to the TMOD to take forward this meeting and continue with her wonderful talk on personal branding and its significance.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kamal and his entire tech team. So now it's a time to unfold first dimension of personal branding, which is visibility, your digital identity. In today's world, your online presence is your first impression. Before you walk into a room, even before you talk a single word, somebody already Googled you. Somebody already checked your LinkedIn profile and they formed the opinion. Why this visibility is matter? Because no visibility equal to no opportunity. Many talented people get unnoticed not because they lack the skills, but because they are not visible. People don't know them. So that is the reason visibility is very important. So where does this visibility live? At least let's discuss from our first impression, which is LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is our digital brand, and it has four important aspects that we can discuss today. First is personal photo that we have. Then second is heading. Third one is about section, and fourth is the content. So let me ask you, what type of LinkedIn profile we all want to have or we all get impressed? Any guesses? What kind of photo we would like to have over our LinkedIn profile?
Professional.
Professional.
Yes,
Passion.
professional, approachable, with proper lighting and all. So everybody knows that. Coming to the heading. So most of the people I have seen putting software engineer at XYZ company. Does this look a right heading or it should be something else? Anybody would like to add before I come on that? So let's compare these two heading, software engineer at XYZ company versus helping organization grow using data driven approach. Which one look better? So our heading should not be our job title. It should be the value that we add, the value that we bring on the table. So that's how our heading should be. The third one is about section. Most of the people, what they do, they dump their resume into the about section. But it's not dumping about our resume in about our about section. It's about putting our journey, our challenges, the things that we achieve. It will be one way or other way related to resume, but not just dumping our skills. Instead, what value we are bringing it here. The next one is content. Content, like most of us just go to LinkedIn, just check the things, we just consume the content. But the brand which just consume the content doesn't grow. The people who share the content, they grow. Example, you can share what kind of learning you are having. You can share your experience. You can share what you observe. All these things you start sharing over the LinkedIn, you will start connecting to the people. Now, speaking of the people who are ready to share, today our prepared speaker worked hard, and they are not only ready to share their speeches, they are going to build their brand by their speech, and one at a time. So now it's time to move toward next segment of our meeting. For that, I would like to call our evaluator one, Toastmaster Bipul, to read the objective for Toastmaster Vivek. So Toastmaster Bipul, sorry, quick audio video check.
Am I audible and visible?
Yeah, thank you. You are audible and visible. Over to you.
Thanks, Anu. So today Vivek is going to deliver his icebreaker speech. So firstly, a round of applause for Vivek. So Vivek is going to deliver his icebreaker speech, and the purpose of this speech is to introduce himself to the club and just learn the basics of you can say, how to structure a speech. And more than that, I would like to just express himself in the front of the club, nothing else. And the topic for Vivek's speech is today's still loading, and the timing is 4 to 6 minutes. Vivek, over to you. Still loading. Over to you, Vivek. Sorry.
Actually, it is over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Yeah, my bad. Over to you, Anu.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Vipul, for explaining the objective. So now, Toastmaster Vivek, can we have a quick audio video check? Then I can read your title.
Yes, I am audible. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, you're audible and you're visible. So Toastmaster Vivek, still loading. Toastmaster Vivek, over to you.
Just a second. Yeah, I am visible and voice is clear.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. My Google rank is strong, but my English is still loading. Hello, everyone. I am Vivek, and I am from village called Dathat, from Jean, Haryana, and now I am living in Karnal with my family. I am a SEO by professional. I am a SEO trainer at HSIM, where I teach the student to how to rank and build a website on Google. Till now I teach 100 plus students, and seeing them to growing, knowing nothing about SEO to to working on a real website and ranking them. This transformation motivates me every day. So meanwhile, I am SEO professional also. I am working on USA based website. On that website, my goal is very simple. I want to deliver high quality, unbiased content to my audience. I know what you are thinking, and that is why I choose US. There are so many people in India. There are so much audience in India. But the reason is choosing USA is very simple, and that is money. I believe that if you want to master in any skill, then you must develop a hunger for it. A hungry learning provides you best result. But if you take it casually, it delivers casual result. And trust me, I am very hungry. So after that, now how I did find Toastmaster. I am planning a USA-based client work with one of my brother, Navan Gupta, and during of our one discussion, he said, "Vivek, you should join Toastmaster for it." He explained me how Toastmaster can help me to grow myself, and he had not any member of Toastmaster, but he heard about it from somewhere. After this word, I am sit with my laptop and start researching about Toastmaster. After a deep and hard research of 10 minutes, I come across a YouTube channel, and that is, and guess, it's Tptm, Turning Point Toastmaster. And from the description of YouTube channel, I got a WhatsApp group. This is also a Tptm guest group, Turning Point Toastmaster. From the description of that group, I found Ankit Agarwal number, Ankit Agarwal contact number. And without wasting any time, I contact to Ankit Agarwal, and he explained me Toastmaster very well. And give me a number of Anant sir. After that, I contact to Anant sir. He also explained me Toastmaster very well, and he explained me Toastmaster in that way. After his explanation, I joined Toastmaster immediately. And after the joining of Toastmaster, I come. This is my third class. This is my third meeting, and I am here as a speaker. Getting my first speech slot is surprisingly very easy. I know it was 24th of April when I message in a group. When I message in a group, I know the exact time, that was 7:58 p.m. And I message in group. I want to book a slot about icebreaker role. And any guess, I receive instant approval. I message in 7:58 p.m. and I received, and it's get approved at 7:58 p.m. also. And the reason behind it, Rupender sir. I personally message to Rupender, sir, please take some time, think a little bit, because even a movie ticket takes some time. And you know what Rupender said to me? He said, use it in your speech. And that's why I'm here. I personally, uh, my goal is simple. I want to build a strong English communication with my USA client, because I am to go on a USA based project. I'm gonna working on USA based project now. So that's why I'm here. I believe that our biggest friend or our biggest enemy is our own mind. It depends on us how we feed it and how we take care of it. And that's all about myself. Thank you, all of you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Can we have a standing ovation for Toastmaster Vivek, because it is his first speech and we supposed to give a standing ovation? Can all of you stand and provide that? Thank you so much. Thank you, Vivek, for breaking the ice and coming up. Now, timer, let's have 1 minute of silence so that evaluator can complete his evaluation, as well as people can share feedback with Vivek, constructive feedback on personal message and positive feedback over the group chat. So, timer, please tell once this 1 minute is over, we will move ahead. I guess we are over 1 minute.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Rina. Okay, so now it's time to move toward second speech. So for that, I would like to call Toastmaster Rupinder to read an objective for Toastmaster Kutum. Over to you, Toastmaster Rupinder.
Thank you so very much, Madam Toastmasters, and not adding any adjectives after my name or suffixes. Thank you so much for that. My target speaker, Kutub, today is going to practice his contest speech for his division contest that is happening very soon. Timer, please be advised that the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. There's a 30-second grace on both the sides. I asked Toastmaster Kutub as to if there are any specific areas where he would like to be evaluated, and he has asked me to focus on the content of the speech. Toastmaster Kutub, I wish you all the very best for the speech today and in your contest. And with that, I hand it back to Anu, our Toastmaster of the meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rupinder. So, Toastmaster Kutum, can we have a quick audio video check before I read your speech title?
For sure. Am I audible?
Yes.
It's a beautiful day. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
You're audible and you're visible. So,
Great.
Toastmaster Kutum, becoming a name, Toastmaster Kutum. Over to you.
Okay. It was like a movie. Try to guess which one. Nazinganya Mavagichi Baba. Any guesses?
Lion King?
Lion King.
Lion King, absolutely. It was the golden jubilee of the awakening of a nation. 15th of August, 1997. And just as the clock struck 12, it was also the awakening of a child. Me. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. The entire hospital gathered to see me. The doctor, he held me up like I was Simba and he was Rafiki and declared, Netaji aaye hain. A leader is born. And my father, looking at all this, he said, give me my son back. But then he had a light bulb moment. It was like a typical Indian dad. He saw an opportunity and he seized it and he named me Kutub, which means perfect. And since then, I have always wanted to be perfect. But Rupinder, do you think I was perfect growing up?
No one is perfect.
True. And just like most kids, I wasn't perfect. As a kid, I was extremely introverted. I was so shy that the entire school called me Kutub the Quiet. It was painfully embarrassing. But if there's one thing quiet kids are good at, it's studies. And I was a curious one, but not a studious one. Most of my school life, the guillotine of exams was hanging over my neck, and I was always on the verge of failing my class, always on the verge of becoming a failure. But who cares if I wasn't good at studies? The universe isn't unfair. To balance it all, there must be something I'd be great at, right? Yes, I was physically gifted. I was a performer, a champion, a sports star. in my dreams. I was failing at everything. Did you ever want to become something but couldn't? Sometimes at night, when the clock strikes the silent hours, I would just lie on my bed, tears flowing down, wondering if I am nothing, praying if I could just become something. One day, my mother came to talk to me. I had started to believe I wasn't enough, but your mother never fails to believe in you. She came up to me, held me, looked at me with her big, hopeful eyes, and said the most beautiful thing a mother can say. She said, "You can become anything, son. You can become anything. Just believe in yourself." I said, "I can become anything?" Yes. A doctor? Yes. An engineer? Yes. A rock star? No. So that day, with a newfound belief in myself, I went to study. I opened my book and I said, forget it. Forget academics. Much has been achieved in the realm of the human mind. I will pursue the potential of the human body. So I joined a martial arts class. And I would work out all night and sleep in the morning during classes. So from Kutub the Quiet, I become Sleeping Beauty. I mean, Karate Kid. Then one day, a talent show was announced. And I decided this is it. This is my moment. So I enter the stage with this nunchucks. Raise your hands if you want to see what it does. Perfect. As you can see, I was pretty good at it. And then the entire crowd, the entire school erupted in cheer. I couldn't believe my eyes or ears. Really? The entire school rooting for me? And then I did a few flying knees and broke a bunch of tiles. And then suddenly the principal jumped from his seat. No, 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 stop! One of the tiles had hit the ceiling, struck my forehead, and cracked it open. Blood started running down my face. My clothes all red. I was shocked, but happy. Because you see, for the first time in my life, I felt something change in me. Have you ever felt a better metamorphosis of your being? From that day, I started believing that I could become anything. When I went to college, I worked hard and I topped my class. What about sports? Same thing. I started to believe and I could stand on the podiums in different sports. Fellow Toastmasters and guests. Is life really easy? Yes. All my life, I dreamed about being perfect without becoming much because never believed in myself. And I've been called many names: Kutub the Quiet, Sleeping Beauty, Karate Kid, and these days, the weirdest of them all, a Toastmaster. But just like I could believe in myself and discover the infinite potential hidden in me simply by accepting that I can become anything, you can become anything. Because we're all infinities in our own special way. Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kutum, for such a credible speech. Now it's time to move toward the second segment of the meeting. And in this, sorry, not second segment, it's a second, unfold the second dimension of personal branding. So this is already once used by Toastmaster Sara.
Point of
Any
order,
guesses?
Madam
What is the?
Toastmaster. Point of order. 1 minute silence for the audience to write their
Yeah,
feedback.
sorry, Toastmaster Upender. Toastmaster Ina, let's have 1 minute of silence for noting down the evaluation feedback. Toastmaster Ina, you are checking that, right? Thank you, Toastmaster Ina. So now it's time to unfold the second dimension of personal branding, which is our word of the day too, credibility. So personal branding is not just a LinkedIn, but it is your workplace too. LinkedIn shows your brand, but workplace proves it. Your brand built daily in the meetings that you attend, the way you ask the question, the way you respond on the question, in the emails, and not but least, how do you respond under the pressure? How do you treat the people when somebody is not watching you? These are the few things which create your brand. Ask yourself, what do people come to you for? For problem solving, for communication, for reliability, or creative thinking. When someone start associating you with one of these strengths, that's when your brand become stronger. And most powerful things to build a credibility is clear communication, simple, structured, confident, and that's what we practice here at Toastmaster. Speaking of spontaneous credibility, nothing tests your brand like being asked to speak on impromptu topic. So I guess you might have understood this is a time to move toward the second segment of the meeting, which is table topic. For that, I would like to call Toastmaster Kritika. Quick audio video check, Toastmaster Kritika.
Sure. Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Anup. Am I audible
Yes,
and
you are
visible?
audible and visible. Over to you. Thank you, Toastmaster Kritika.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, Toastmaster Rupinder, and um, I'm very happy to serve a role player of Toastmaster, a table topic master for today's meeting. And I have some good topics for you all. Um, Can you guys let me know who wants to go first? I have very good topics for you all.
You just pick and choose. Don't wait for people to respond. Sameep has raised his hand for what it is worth.
Okay. So, Sameep, can we do your visual and audio check first?
Yeah, can you hear me clearly?
Little lower.
Okay, is it better now?
Yes, it is better.
Okay.
Okay. So I am confirming that your video is visible and your audio is clear. Let me share you the topic. Okay. Uh, so your topic for table topic is what makes you memorable? Sameep Taneja. What makes you memorable? Over to you.
Toastmasters, the first thing that makes me memorable, in my opinion, is my name because it is different, it is unique. If you Google it, you will hardly find a few handful of people. And if you add the surname, I I think I'm unique. That is the starting point in professional life. In personal life, I have become memorable after I got married, I would say. Before that, I was not very unique as such. I This is what my opinion is, and two things that changed my life. One is the Toastmasters that helped me overcome my shyness and come out of my shell. The second is that after my marriage, which actually happened first, that also gave me a uniqueness because I had a lot of gifts which can only exhibit it when you have the right partner and the right circumstances. That, let's say, you have some skills about relationships, about uh, getting along well, being appreciative, and sort of things. So I discovered that as life unfolded for me, especially married and taking on responsibility and having children, added more. So these were all unopened gifts, which I had no clue, really no clue. If I had not got married, which I actually actively resisted at the time, but later on, I think that's the best decision of my life. And similarly with Toastmasters, I had no idea that I had some creativity, unique ideas, skills, and um, really great ideas, lateral thinking, and a lot of things about different topics and opinions. But Toastmasters gave me the platform. So my message is that venture out, try it out, put yourself in a situation, and you will discover your gifts, and that will make you memorable and unique, which is a side effect and not as the main driver of your motivation. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sameep. You are truly right. Toastmaster gives us a platform where we can endlessly make mistake and learn and grow together. So now we'll move to the second. Um, okay, now I am choosing Charlene for the second table topic. Charlene, can we do your visual and audio check?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay, so I confirm that your video is visual and your voice is audible. So your topic is how you stay authentic. Charlene, how you stay authentic. Over to you.
So I could you write the topic in the chat? How I stay authentic, or sorry.
Let me do that. It is how you stay authentic. That
Okay.
means what authentic means to you.
Okay. So in this world where we live in, being authentic is very challenging because we are trying to portray something that we are not, most of us. But my father's taught me a very important lesson that originality is something that you must respect. And if you come across as an authentic person, as somebody who is true to yourself, you get more respect and you gain respect in your own eyes. So that is something that I have kept with myself, that teaching of my father, it has stayed with me since my childhood, and I have always ensured that I stay true to myself and I do not wear any facade in front of others. A very good example of this is whenever I'm given an opportunity to dance in public, I dance as if nobody is watching. So I stay true to myself, and I have come across as a very good dancer, a freestyle dancer, and people do invite me to dance in their wedding processions. So this is something that has helped me a lot, and I stay authentic. And I have carried that lesson by my father always. So I I want to give a lesson. I want to give a message to you all that please stay true to yourself. Please walk. Please dance as if nobody is watching. And please don't care as if who rules this world. You are the ruler of your own world. Thank you. Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you very much, Shaleen. Yes, you are truly right. I think every individual person is incredible in their own way. It's just we have to recognize it. So, with this, let's move to our next table topic speaker. I want to give chance to Vipul. Vipul, can we do your audio and visual check?
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, I confirm that you're truly audible and visual as well. Let me give you the topic. Okay. So, Vipul, your topic is your personal brand role model. Vipul, your personal brand role model. Over to you.
Thanks, Kritika, firstly for the topic. My personal brand role model. This question has been approached to me since childhood. Like I have been a fanatic about biographies, and I have read a lot of biographies. People from different backgrounds, maybe tech, maybe you can say Bollywood, maybe something as philanthropy. And this question has occurred to me that which is a personal brand that I want to cater to or follow as a role model, because it's a very critical question in my lifestyle. And I've been a fan, not a fan initially, but now personally I like some idols, and I would like to pick up two people here. The first one would be Shah Rukh Khan, definitely, because following Shah Rukh Khan since you can say my adult years, not only how he act in his movies, but how he you can say is with the people outside the movie also is something which I have read in the media. Not I can't you can say vote for that, but what I have read, what I have seen from different people, I want to make himself a role model for me. And the second one would be Sudha Murthy, and I'm a quite fan of Sudha Murthy in general because she is someone which I look up to, and because she has been a you can say a pillar of courage from day one, being the first lady student in the boys in a class full of males, and then you can say proving himself to the metal that being a girl she can do whatever she want, and then not only that being a you can say strong wife to Narayan Murthy, and apart from it putting her voice in the philanthropy, being herself and not trying to be someone else, that is something very crucial and authentic to me. And with say that I say be authentic and accountable to yourself, and that is what it matters. Thank you.
True, Vipul, you have said truly right. I know that people are raising their hand, Anu, Kamal, Sarah, but I really wanted to give chance to the person who didn't even get, time or stage to speak. So that is why I'm giving chance to Bhavish. Bhavish, can we do visual and audio check of yours?
Hi, Kritika. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, I truly confirm that you're totally audible and your video is visible. Let's give you a topic.
Point of
So,
order. May I ask the grammarian to copy paste the word of the day and the idiom of the day so that it can be used? Go ahead.
Rupinder, Toastmaster Rupinder, I wanted to confirm how many more table topic speaker we can give stage to?
You can take time until 8:10.
8
It's
10?
8 o'clock right now. You can take time until 8.
Thank you very much. So, can we start with Bhavesh now?
Yes,
Road
you
is
can.
thumbs up, I think.
The word of the day is credibility. And your topic for table topic is How do others describes you? Bhavish, how do others describes you? Over to you.
The smile which you saw on my face was not a snarkly smile. The smile which you saw on my face was a smile of an acceptance, if I may say so. Incorrigible, impudent, self-obsessed, self-centered, narcissistic, pompous guy who only thinks of himself. A selfish, snarkly guy, um, are the kind of adjectives which I've actually heard about myself being talked about behind my back. Contrary to my mother's opinion, of course, my mother thinks that I am the sweetest and the kindest person in the whole wide world. The point which I'm actually trying to make here is, ladies and gentlemen, and my fellow Toastmasters, is that people would perceive you the the way they would want to perceive you. That should not be your identity. Am I self-obsessed? Who isn't? Am I selfish? Who isn't in life? Am I egoistic? Humble arrogance is required for your survival in life as well. You cannot go anywhere if you don't have self-respect and ego to survive in life. Do I just think about myself? Who doesn't? But at the same time, you also have to realize that these opinions, they don't define the gist of you. They don't define the personality or the character you have. They define how you come across and how you lead your life. Now, a question would be arising in all of your minds. Do I not want to be perceived as somebody who's approachable and likable? Of course, who doesn't? But if I try hard enough, people will think he's just being kind because of his ulterior motives. Let people think what they want to think, and you be what you want to be. Back to you, table topic master.
Thank you very much, Bhavish. You're truly right. It's all about put your money where your mouth. Please keep your opinions to yourself. Okay, now we'll move to next table topic speaker. Can we give stage to Sarah? Sarah, can we do your audio and visual check?
Can you hear me?
Yes. So I confirm that you are truly audible and your video is visual. So your topic would be first impression you want to give. Sarah, first impression you want to give. Over to you.
In the starting of August last year, we got some new juniors, and I finally become a senior to my fellow first year sisters. And on the very first day, I saw a timid, a very shy little girl hiding behind the door. I asked her, Hun, what is wrong? Everybody is celebrating in the orientation room. Why don't you come with us? She whispered as if she didn't know what to say. She said, Didi, I don't know anyone here. I'm feeling so alone. I told her, Dear, you're talking to me. You're not alone. Now come with me. And ever since that particular day, that little junior girl, Kritika, she became my mentee. And nowadays, she calls me like 10 times a day, asking me, Sup, can we go to Starbucks today? You're busy. No. Starbucks comes first. Now, my first impression to her was a supportive friend, was a supportive senior. And guys, your first impression, be it professional or supportive, it matters a lot. I was the reason, a supportive senior was the reason why a girl, a timid Kritika, now turned out to be The Starbucks is first, Kritika. Dear guest and audience, you have the power to position yourself as someone who helps others, as someone who has others' best intention in mind. And when you yourself see a girl who is timid and shy, you be the one to approach her and say, "Girl, let's have some fun." Topic master.
Thank you very much, Sarah. That was a great story. Now let's move to our last table topic speaker, Toastmaster Kamal. Can we do a visual and audio check?
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, I do confirm that you are truly audible and your video is visible. Let's give you a topic. So, Toastmaster Kamal, your topic is what defines your personal brand? Kamal, what defines your personal brand? Over to you.
Thank you for the topic, table topic master Kritika. I believe what defines my personal brand is my authenticity. In a world where we operate in information overload and with all fake information around us, my authenticity stands out because I speak from the heart and I convey my message in a very effective and a very powerful manner. The way every brand is recognized and remembered by its jingle or its tone or rhythm, my message, which is transparent, conveys my authenticity and it conveys to the listener or the audience my personality of being genuine and not being fluff. What also strengthens my brand is the fact that many people advocate for what I say and they endorse my view, or rather, they repost what I say on social media, which again builds my presence and adds more weight to the fact that whatever I'm trying to say resonates with them. So I believe that what makes me click as a brand, as a personal brand, is the fact that the authenticity which I carry, it echoes with my audience or the people whom I communicate with, having them with me as I build this personal brand, not only as my followers but also as my fans and advocates. So that's it from mine. Back to Kritika, the table talking master.
Thank you very much, Kamal. That was a good table topic speech.
I
So
believe
I
Reena wanted to do a topic.
Yes. So anyone
can
can
we
time.
can we I
Yeah. Let's have Reena do a topic and then close. I'll do the timing for Reena. Reena, I will do one, two, and three like this. So this is green, yellow, red. Okay. Just give me one sec while I set up my clock. Okay, we are all set. You're good to go.
okay? Let's do a audio and visual check, Rina, for you.
Yes, Toastmaster Kritika, am I audible?
Yes, I confirm that you're truly audible and your video is visible. So I want to give you a topic which is one word that represents you. Rina, one word that represents you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kritika, for a wonderful topic. One word which I believe is represent me is learnable. I always believe in continuous learning. And I many times my kids also says me, Mama, you are learning now also. Because I believe age is not age is just a number and we can learn at any time in our age. Let me share one of my personal example here. I used to be very shy and introverted girl because of my village upbringing. I did not get that much facility or exposure in my life. And I always wanted to express myself through dance, singing, or other poetry recitation, something in front of audience. But after my college, I got job, then I got married, and I didn't get chance to follow my passion. But just now, few years back, when I was seeing the program, dancing program in my communities or family functions, I always wanted to go on the stage and wanted to participate freely without any hesitation. Then I started my learning through YouTube, Instagram, and from my friends. Now I can proudly say I am doing dance, even singing, and also performing poetry recitations during my community functions, also family functions. And now I believe that yes, everybody has that potential, but because of some self judgment or some hesitation, we are not always like open up in front of audience. So whenever you get chance, whatever, I just want to say in end, whatever your dream, just do it freely without any hesitation and try to become your better version every day. Yeah, over to you, the table topic master. Thank you.
I think, Rina, you have said a very big thing. I have always done this in my life. I've always, I'm always competing myself with me itself so that I can be a better version of myself. So I think this is the only phrase which I have followed into my whole life. So thank you very much. Um, okay, so with this, we are at the end of the table topic session. Now I want to give this stage back to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Anu, so that we can begin with the third part of this meeting. Back to you, Toastmaster Anu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kritika, for bringing such a fantastic topic, and most of those were related to personal branding. So now it's time to unfold the third dimension of personal branding, which is consistency, the real secret. Here, most of the people get wrong about the personal branding. They just think one big movement, one big viral post, one big standout speech, but it's not. Trust is built through consistency. One big success? No, it's not. But small action, repeatedly, daily, bring your brand. And consistency means avoiding the three common branding mistakes, like trying to impress everyone and ending up memorable to no one. Being inconsistent, posting something on LinkedIn, showing something on your workspace, or whatever action you are taking, not being consistent on those, or waiting for perfection, never starting at all, just waiting for perfection. So we can have a simple golden rule: be consistent, be authentic, be visible. That's where it will help to build your brand. Speaking of consistency, today our evaluator have consistently shown up tonight to share structured, honest, and valuable feedback. So with this, we will move toward our third segment of the meeting. So please welcome back to our general evaluator Kamal and his tech team. Over to you, Toastmaster Kamal.
Thank you so much, Anu, for the for your speech on personal branding. It was very effective. I like now to introduce my tag team as to how they would want
You
to.
have to introduce evaluators first, then tag team, and then your evaluation committee.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, I missed it, sir.
You have to introduce first the evaluators. They do their evaluation, then the tag team, and
Okay.
finally the your evaluation.
Sure. All right. Thank you so much, sir, for this flow. I'm actually just taking up this role for the second time, so just still getting a grip on what gender evaluator is about. So I'd like to open the floor now to the evaluators of the prepared speeches that were given today. One of them was given one of what it was an icebreaker speech that was given by Vivek Khatri, and the second one was the speech given by Kutub. So I'd like to like the evaluator for Vivek to share his feedback on the speech that was given by Vivek today, his first speech. Over to Vipul, who's a evaluator for
Sure, sure.
Vivek's speech.
Thanks, Kamal. So firstly, I want to congratulate Vivek for delivering a great icebreaker. I was teleported to 5 years back when I delivered my first speech, and I must say you have performed better than me. Now, firstly, showing the courage to join Toastmasters and delivering the icebreaker only in the, you can say, third meeting is truly commendable. And you definitely know where you are putting your money where your mouth is. I will say that. Given that the speaker is has English not his first language, but showing the persistence to serve for US clients and become better and persistent in communication in English language is something shows which shows his personal credibility in leaving no stone unturned. Now, evaluating his speech, I will say that you already have done the groundwork and worked on the things that should be done in the icebreaker speech, that you have practiced well. Firstly, delivering a speech without seeing is truly commendable. You have a great eye contact. You are doing the eye contact with the audience in general. You had a great camera position for and truly standing up. The hand gestures were there. They can be improved, but the hand gestures were there. The vocal variety was understandable, and I can understand each of the word that you were delivering. And I would I'm truly impressed by the hard work and the effort you have put in delivering the speech. And the challenge for you from my side is you had already given or mastered the your icebreaker speech, but in the next speech, what I want for you is deliver a speech with a purpose. And secondly, one thing you should do is be more courageous. You are already courageous. Be more confident in your skills. I one thing which I was lacking in your speech was confidence. So be confident and don't you can say overthink that what will people think or what will the audience think. Am I delivering good? Just be there for expressing your thoughts. And second thing, what I want for you is delivering a speech every alternate week because consistency is something which will make you great in general. And given your you can say persistence and hard work, I can already see that you being a great speaker. Thank you. Over to you.
Sure. Thank you for this extensive evaluation, Vipul. I think the feedback that you gave to Vivek is definitely going to help him improve his game. We now move to the second speech that was given by Kutub today, and I would like to invite and welcome his evaluator Rupinder ji to give feedback to Kutub on his planned speech for today.
If you are a fan of swimming or if you've ever taken swimming lessons, the first thing that they tell you to do is to learn how to breathe. Why am I talking swimming when I should be evaluating our speaker Kutub? It's because before he started his speech, he took a deep breath. That is the first lesson you're taught in swimming, to take a deep breath. And this is where a lot of speakers, including some very professional speakers, stumble. But Kutub got that absolutely nailed. Mr. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, let us see where else Kutub scored in that awesome speech today. For one, he created relatable experiences. On a personal note, I related to him since I am myself a fellow introvert and I do love the nunchakus, though I don't use them as efficiently as Kutub would. I'll end up hitting myself more than Kutub will end up hitting other people with it. The other thing that he did was he used pauses very effectively, gave us room for thought, created a virtual room for thought in which we were able to internalize the information that he was sharing with us. I loved his vocal variety and his body language, especially the hand gestures, the way his hands complemented what he was trying to say. Now, in a speech this good, what can be possibly better? I identified two key areas of improvement for our speaker. For one thing, he asked a lot of questions, which is a good thing. You are keeping your audience engaged. But be mindful of two things. One is the time, and two, you don't know how audience is going to answer. I once asked the question, do you think I'm stupid? It was supposed to be a rhetorical question. Some smart aleck in the room replied yes, and it threw my speech completely off track. So you understand where I'm coming from. The second thing that I want to highlight is the Hindi usage. You're doing an international speech contest. Strictly from a contest perspective, judges might mark you down on language. So be careful about that. Coming back to what I loved the humor, I loved the content, I loved the delivery. Kutub has a very natural style of speaking. Kutub, let's be wary of asking questions and maybe utilize English more than in the other language. You are an excellent speaker. It's because you speak from your heart, and I could sense it. Keep speaking from your heart. Keep telling stories. Because one of my favorite quotes is, this world needs storytellers, and you, sir, are a storyteller. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Rupinder. I believe the feedback that you gave for Kutub will definitely help him, and it was very rich with actions that he can further take because he's aspiring to participate in international speech contests in which he will be encountering the best of the best who will be gunning for the same glory that other fellow participants would also be looking at. I'd like now to move forward with my tag team for today, who have been pillars of the evaluation bit by being active listeners. So I would like to hand over the floor to my tag team members one by one, so that they can come and present the report. I start with the timer Reena Rai, to please present her report.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Kamal. So, like to present my timer report. Toastmaster Vivek has taken 5 minutes 42 seconds for his icebreaker speech. So, his speech was within the time. And Toastmaster Kutub has taken 7 minutes 28 seconds for his prepared speech. And for that, coming to the table topic speakers, Toastmaster Sameep has taken 2 minutes 4 seconds. Toastmaster Shalin has taken 2 minutes 18 seconds. Toastmaster Vipul has taken 1 minute 59 seconds. Toastmaster Bhavesh has taken 2 minutes 15 seconds. Toastmaster Kamal has taken 2 minutes 1 second. Toastmaster Reena 1 minute 52 seconds. Toastmaster Sara 2 minutes 15 seconds. So everybody was within the time limit. And for the evaluation section, Toastmaster Bipul has taken 2 minutes 33 seconds for his evaluation, and Toastmaster Rupender has taken 3 minutes 20 seconds for his evaluation. So this is my timer report. Yeah, over to you, Toastmaster Kamal.
Thank you so much, Reena, for your report. I would now request my second member of the tag team, the R counter, Mr. Anshuman, to please present his findings and reports so that we all know the areas that we need to improve in terms of effective communication. So, handing the stage to the R counter.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Kamal. In terms of the counter report, uh, for the Toastmaster Day, Toastmaster Anu, I heard 2 likes, one so. For the general evaluator Toastmaster Kamal, there were 3 hours and one but. Then coming to the speaker one, which is Vivek, 2 hours and one well. Then evaluator one, Vipul, one like, two so. Speaker one, Kutub, three ums, one basically. Evaluator two, this one Toastmaster Rupinder, this 1 hour and one you know. Then Toastmaster coming to table talk master Kritika, one like, one so. Toastmaster Sameed was the table topic speaker one, 2 ums. Toastmaster Shaleen, speaker number two, one one well. Toastmaster Vipul, one like, one so was the second speaker. Toastmaster Bhavesh, 2 hours, one and. Toastmaster Sarah, one Toastmaster Kamal, 1 hour, one Toastmaster Reena, one like, one and. And from a grammarian perspective, in the intro, one like Toastmaster Sarah and Time Arena, one in your role. In an ideal situation, I would have presented this, but on a mobile phone, I'm not able to do that. But it was wonderful being your account for the day. What do you, Toastmaster?
Thank you so much, Anshuman, for your exhaustive report. I'm sure it has been insightful for all of us to know what filler words we've been using and how we can overcome them to become more effective speakers and to make our communication more rich and effortless. So I would like to now move to the last member of my tag team, the grammarian that we have for today. So handing over the floor to Toastmaster Sarah.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Kamal. I will be presenting my grammarian report. So let's first start with the good usage of English, which is basically good words, phrases, adjectives that have been used in the meeting. Starting with seizing the opportunity, come out of my shell, unopened gifts, lateral thinking, respecting originality, wearing a facade, a fanatic, pompous, a narcissist, humble arrogance, very good use of oxymoron, and information overload. With respect to bad or improper usage of English, I was not able to find any significant errors in language and or in subject verb agreement as well. Moving on to word of the day usage and idiom of the day. Word of the day was credibility. It was used by Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Anu, and Evaluator 1, Toastmaster Whipple. Idiom of the day, which was put where put your money where the mouth is. It was used by Evaluator 1, Toastmaster Whipple. And that concludes my report for the grammarian. Over to General Evaluator Toastmaster Kamal.
Thank you so much for your report, Sarah. By telling us the good usage and the not so good usage of various vocabularies that were used during the meeting. I think we learned a lot of stuff on things that we could improve upon. And the usage of the word of the day and the idiom of the day was also well articulated and explained by you. So thank you for this. So with this, I believe I can now move to my general evaluation. Rupinder sir, if that is the flow.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
that is
That's a
okay. So,
All right, sure. Thank you so much, sir. So, as a general evaluator for today, I would like to highlight some wonderful things that happened today. The meeting started on time. The room was set properly. All our guests that were there that was there today, they were greeted well, and they were made to feel welcome during the day. The club mission statement was read properly. The house keeping rules were properly adhered to. As a presiding officer, the dignitaries were properly recognized. The Toastmaster of the day was introduced well. And if we move to the next segment, the Toastmaster of the day, the theme for today's meeting, personal branding, was something that was not only spot on, but it was very practical because the way our Toastmaster today, Toastmaster Anu, explained us various elements of personal branding, talking to, and engaging the audience well by questioning them on what should be a good headline, on what kind of image should be done, what how we should be presenting the about section, it was very very pragmatic and very very useful for all of us, because personal branding actually follows us before we actually enter the room. People check us about us on through our social media platforms, LinkedIn being very popular in in an official setup. So the theme was very well explained and drilled down to its basics, and the speakers were also properly introduced by the Toastmaster of the day. uh, the topic master, as far as the table topic master is concerned, all the topics were wonderfully put, and every speaker got a good amount of time to deliberate and put forward his thoughts. And as we saw in the reports that were given by the timer, all the speakers had qualified. If I talk about the speech evaluation was was done very effectively. The speech objectives were properly laid out. The speech evaluation, which was done by the first speech evaluator Vipul for Vivek's icebreaker speech, was also very pertinent and also very relevant, which could help him further iron out the gray areas, so that he becomes better and more refined when he conducts the subsequent speeches. The speech evaluators were also very encouraging, and their feedback was fairly constructive. If I move to the second, speech evaluator, Mr. Rupinder, who was evaluating Kutub's speech, because Kutub is a seasoned, speaker, and who's aiming for qualification into international speech contest. I believe his were pearls of wisdom, and in his feedback to Kutub to focus on more on vocal variety and to be more mindful of the time were also very relevant nuggets, which will definitely help him improve. And the speech were evaluated as per the objectives of the speech. If I move to the team that I have, that my tag team, all of them performed their roles really well. The timer showed the time cards as were required for the prepared speeches as well as the table topics, and and it was really interesting to see that all of the speakers had actually qualified today. If I talk about our counter, though he was operating the meeting today with mobile, but his the way he presented his report meant clearly articulated that he was a very active listener throughout the speech, because he pointed out the filler words that were used by every speaker at every instance, starting from the surgeon at arms till the last speaker that we had. So it was a very comprehensive and a well laid out report. If I talk about grammarian, the word of the day and the idiom of the day were completely were mentioned in the chat. They were explained well. However, it could have been more better if we could have more presence of the word of the day and the idiom of the day by the users. But overall, the role was done in a very coherent manner, in which she also explained us the good and the not so good usage of the word of the day and phrase of the day, apart from the general speeches. I also was want to just highlight a few areas that probably we could have improved. One of them is, of course, my own preparedness as a general evaluator, because I think I was just taking this role for a very second time, so I just need more hands-on with the entire flow. What I felt was that today in the meeting there was certain disturbances at certain points of time, because probably people who were not speaking did not mute themselves. So I think this is one area that we can all improve upon, so that our guests can actively participate during the meetings. And the other highlights was that, of course, there was no cell phone that was ringing. Everyone looked attentive, because whenever whoever's cameras were on, they were attentive. The speeches did not have any language which was offensive, or we did not deliberately took up topics which could offend everyone. And of course, nobody muted unnecessarily, but just being mindful of the fact that need to mute ourselves when we're not speaking, and also of the fact that when we are speaking, if you can sit in a corner place and avoid an instance where we have some background noise which is coming, it can really make the meeting more effective. So this is the evaluation that I have from my end. So I am handing the floor back to the TMOD in case she has any further closure comments or conclusion to her speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster, for such a detailed report. So, before I close, here is a quick exercise I want to leave with you. Think about your brand statement formula. I would like to share one brand statement formula. I help who, achieve what, using how. For example, a coach can say, I help professional improve productivity through small habits. Just spend 30 seconds, and can some of you or one two person fill in these who, what, how, and share their brand statement? Anybody would like to share their brand statement? Otherwise, I have to pick.
I like to give it a shot.
Yeah, yeah,
Sorry.
sure.
So if you could just tell me, you have to mention about
I help
I,
who achieve.
I help professionals and business owners multiply their wealth. And how do I proceed then?
I help who achieve what?
Yeah,
Using
I
how? Using
okay.
how?
Okay, I help professionals and business owners achieve financial freedom by bringing them clarity and confidence in their investment decisions. I just
Great. Thank you,
given.
Toastmaster Kamal. It looked like it was memorable for you. It was very much clear. Thanks for giving us on. Now, this exercise for all of us, not to do now, but before you go on a bed, take a 30-second tonight and just mentally fill in these gaps. Toastmaster Vivek, are you interested in sharing?
Yes, I like to business owner to grow their brand using my SEO skill to rank their website on Google.
Okay, that's great. Thank you, Toastmaster Vivek, for trying. But yeah, all of you, I request just try by end of the day. That way you will remember this formula also. Kritika, I see you also have raised hand.
Yeah, I actually wanted to ask a question about it. I just wanted to confirm if table topic master, if that person is using word of the day or idiom of the day, so is it countable or not?
Yeah, it is countable. Every role player, it is countable.
Because I used both, but there were
Maybe she
no.
has missed in her
Mhm.
report. We can discuss that in the conclusion part. So now coming back to my conclusion. So here I would like to summarize. Yeah, but before I summarize, fill in these. I help who achieve what using how. That way you will put some strain on your brain to come up with your brand formula, and that will be very useful in putting your headlines, putting in your resume or any other places. Now, just to summarize, LinkedIn create a visibility, but your workplace create your credibility, and your consistency make it last. So start today, be intentional, and make yourself visible. And is investing on your, because investing on your personal brand is like putting your money when your mouth is, because all of us is working for money, right? And personal brand will really help us in this. So it has been a great honor being your Toastmaster of the day today. And now it's time to return control to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Rupinder ji, to conduct a poll as well as taking it forward. Over to you,
I'm, s-
Toastmaster Rupinder.
I'm seriously going to deduct money from your accounts if you start adding G after my name. Believe me, I'll find a way of doing it. Um, just one sec.
Are you going to help in with poll?
We are not going to have polls today simply because I do not have control of the Zoom account. So my apologies to all of those who are aspiring to be winners.
But
I don't know
somebody
how
started, right?
he's I
I
don't
have
know how he's pulled that off, but I did not have
Sorry,
access.
sorry, sorry. My mistake.
no. But if you have, can we do it?
No, but
Because
this is not the correct sequence. This is from last week, so we'll have to uh, discontinue that. Can you just take the polls off, Vipul?
I have already, I guess.
Oh, it's still on. Okay. Uh, so let me start with the guest feedback. I understand that a guest, Deepti Gupta, joined us, and then Sumit Jan also joined us in the middle of the meeting. I will first ask Deepti to please unmute herself, if possible, turn on her video and tell us what she liked about the meeting. And if she would like to participate, take a role in the next meeting, I can help her out.
Hi everyone. My name is Dipti Gupta. Shall I give my introduction, Rupinder?
Yes,
Or
please. Of course. Of
yeah.
course. Of course. We'd
Okay.
like to
So
know
I
who
am
you are.
working. Yeah, I am working in cold technology as senior manager. I am working as HRIS manager. And if I go with Anu wording, then I will say that yes, I help HR stakeholder to make their life easy or day-to-day work. I basically work in success factor technology, SAP success factor. And if you say what I liked about overall session, I can see all are very curious and learner, all wanted to, go in that leadership position where we all think struggle that how to speak in front of, different people and all. So even on the first day, I'm finding it quite comfortable. So overall, it was good. I'm still learning and happy that, all were coming, with full of preparedness and all the stuff. So I really like it.
Thank you very much, Deepti. Are you on our Turning Point Toastmasters guest group?
Uh, I need to check in. I joined one WhatsApp group and I just saw one message that it's already happening, and then I just followed that.
You are on the Turning Point Toastmasters guest group then. And I will post updates there.
Yeah,
And if
guest
you,
group. Yeah, Tptm guest group. Yes.
yeah. And if you have any questions, I'm on the same group. You can reach out to me and I'll be more than happy to help you out.
Sure.
Okay. Let's move on to our other guest who joined in the middle of the meeting, Sumit Jan. Sumit Jan. I hope I'm not butchering your name. If you could turn on your video and just tell us how you felt about the meeting, a little bit about yourself, and how can we help you in your leadership journey?
No, no, I think thank you so much for giving and I think introduce myself to this Toastmaster group. I am from Jaipur. So I got reference of Toastmaster Club few days back only, and Sanchari is from Jaipur. So she gave me reference to join Toastmaster Club. So basically, I'm working with one of the housing finance company and leading the finance department. So I have the extensive, experience in the finance domain, treasury, and balance sheet optimization domain. But I have, lacking somewhere on part of leadership or even communication way. So I thought this group will give me give me some learning, or I can say better experience to flow my communication. So I think this is the and this today is my first day only, which I joined this Toastmaster Club class. So probably I think I see as a long term, work with this club and have good understanding on it, experience on it.
Okay. Sumit, I'll just tell you one thing that I'm the opposite because I would have completed my PGDCA if I had completed my accounts paper. And believe me, my accounts teacher tried to help me, including in the examination hall. I'm pretty sure that I've disappointed a lot of people in my life. She's probably at the top of the list. But thank you for joining, and I hope to see you next week. And should you have any questions, once again, you can always reach out to me. We have a guest group that you can join. Vipul, if you could be so kind to post a link to that guest group. If you're not an admin, just let me know. I'll post a link to the guest group, or Anshuman can do that. Let's ask Shaleen. He also joined in late. You're from Pink City Toastmasters Club, is it?
Yes, Rupinder. And
Wow, I've been there. 2017 or 18. I've been there.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
And
in person.
oh, that's great. In fact, I've been a regular to this club's meetings, and it's always great to be a part of Turning Point Toastmasters club's meetings. And I really like the level of this club, and everybody is so good at speaking. So I always love to be a part of these meetings of your club.
Okay, great, Shalit. Thank you for being a part of the meeting today, and thank you for your table topic. Wonderful table topic. Let's now ask some of our more regular guests. Sarah, let's start with you. How did you feel about the meeting? And how did you feel like being thrown into the deep end, being asked to be a grammarian?
My feedback is awesome as always, and thank you for giving me the grammarian role. I'm kind of being in like a speech slum type of situation, not taking much roles right now, but people threw me into a role, and I decided that now it's time to take as much roles as you can because waiting is never an option. And as always, thank you for giving an opportunity. And I will be back next week as your regular guest.
Thank you, Sarah, because one of my mentors gave me the best piece of advice when I was in Toastmasters. Not a mentor, but more of a support system. He said that no matter what happens, when the stage calls, you answer. So whether you're feeling like speaking, whether you're not feeling like speaking, just go on the stage. Somebody offers you a role, you take up the role. Thank you very much. Moving on, let's now go to Reena. I probably needled her a little bit about her name, complete name. Reena, how was being a timer today? By the way, excellent job as a timer.
Thank you so much, Rupinder, for giving me the opportunity. And I feel like this is my second Toastmaster home club. So I can come anytime and I can take the role. And it was like, I can say, the meeting was fully structured. Some was confusion, some of the role players, but it was like very well played whole meeting. And I learned about the personal branding. So Toastmaster, kudos to Toastmaster of the day. She took the role first time, I believe, but she played very well role. So I always learn a lot from this Toastmaster club from here, the with the meetings. Yeah, it
Thank
was my
you.
pleasure to be here. Yes, over to
Thank
you.
you, Reena. My visit is due to your club. Diksha reached out to me and she was asking if I can come. The visit is due. It is just that I'm not able to find time. I promise I will find time to come to your club.
Yes, please find time and
Yes,
visit our club
I
also.
will. I will. I will. That's a promise. Kamal, how was playing general evaluator today?
I think I was just playing this role for the second time after a very long gap. So maybe I think I just mingled up with the structure a bit. But I believe overall the meeting was very productive. I really enjoyed both the speeches today, and not only were the topics interesting, but the feedback that also went to the speakers was also interesting. And I loved the table topic master round. I think it saw a lot of participation, and all the topics were very you know was such that of course that really made you think on your feet, which is actually what actually table topics are actually meant for. So overall, I believe I enjoyed the meeting a lot, and I think all the role players also did their roles really well.
Still not out of the general evaluator mode, I see. So let's now ask our potential world champion of public speaking, Kutub. How confident do you feel going into the contest? When is your contest, by the way?
It's on the 10th of May.
It's on the 10th of May. Oh, you got some time. My son's birthday is on the 10th of May, so very
Oh, okay.
auspicious occasion. Good luck for your contest. Make it rock.
Thank you.
And you got a good speech. I don't see any reason why it should not take you to the district. It has got a strong message. I guess the only thing that can stop you is somebody comes along with a better speech, but that is not in your control. The only thing you have in your control is your particular speech. You do it well. Just come back off the stage. Tell yourself that I did my best. I left nothing on stage. Give it my all, and that's probably the best that we can do. Okay. Thank you so much for attending today. Let's see who else. Anu, our star of the meeting. How confident are you about Toastmasters now? More confident than last week? Less confident? Want to
As I
cry?
mentioned earlier, grammarian is the role somewhere where I feel I'm not the right person. Otherwise, all other role I have more confidence than grammarian, because I feel somewhere I have to learn to identify someone else's mistake. So, because I should be that great, right, to identify before identifying someone else's mistake. That is the part I feel. But yeah, as usual, as this is my, I guess, third meeting with, and consistently I am joining all the meetings, because I love the quality of these meetings that we are having here, the kind of feedback we are having here. And even I request everyone to share feedback to myself also personally over the chat or over the WhatsApp, so that I too can learn from all of you. Thank you.
Anu, I think you followed the Toastmaster of the Day script to perfection. A lot of us, what we don't realize is that Toastmaster of the Day is more of a facilitator rather than a module master. Sometimes we take the role of a Toastmaster of the Day to be the be all and end all. And yes, you will be required to step in. Let's say a speaker has backed out, so you've got more time. How do you keep the audience engaged? And that is where you bring in your extra content. But for the most part, you are just a facilitator, but more than that, you are also the person who encourages people to talk. You create an environment so that the stage does not feel uncomfortable for them. And like you said in your last meeting, that you are someone who feels very vulnerable on stage. Nobody will understand vulnerability better than you will. So that is something that you can always transfer to your speakers as to how to overcome vulnerability. One of the best speeches that I heard was that your vulnerability is your ultimate strength. Once you overcome that, then basically it is a level playing field no matter where you are playing. And now, going to our second star of the meeting, uh, Kritika. Now, before I ask her to speak, I want you all to have a round of applause for her. She is coping with a family emergency right now, and yet she decided to show up. And that is what Toastmaster success is all about. A very wise person once said that success is 99% showing up. She did. So thank you very much, Kritika. How did you enjoy your role? Are you going to come back again, or do you think that you've been humiliated enough today? Tell us your thoughts.
No, definitely not. I have not been humiliated.
Oh, I thought you were going to
Um,
say definitely not going to come up. Yeah.
no, Rupinder, you are very kind enough that you gave me that stage to perform as the table topic master today in this meeting. So I am from National Australia Bank NAB Toastmaster Club, and for the first time, I am performing in a different club as a role player. I have performed in a role player as a role player in ISC contest or table topic contest, but in a different club. This is the first time, and I felt like this is the second place where I can perform wherever I felt like I have lack of confidence. I can come here and I can perform. Definitely, I'm gonna get in touch with Rupinder again to perform as a different role player. And I'm not sure if he's gonna give me that stage or not, but I'll definitely try it. But yes, kudos to the speakers, Vivek Khatri, the way Vivek Atri. I'm very sorry for that. Vivek Atri, the way you have performed your icebreaker speech, it was very well. The best thing which I like about you is even after performing online platform, you decided to stand up and then perform. That was the best thing which I like about you. Same goes with Kutub. Kutub, you are really well prepared for your speech, the ISC contest. I think you will definitely gonna win. So best of luck for your speech contest. And back to Rupinder sir, thank you very much for giving me that stage.
Okay, what role do you want to perform next week? Since you asked.
I think timer is a very crucial role. I would love to do that.
Okay, sure. Your timer for next week. Your
Thank
wish
you
is
very
my
much for
command.
that. Thank
If you
you
had
very
asked
much.
for a speaking slot, I could have given you that also. But
Oh,
overall, wonderful meeting. Thank you everyone for attending. My biggest worry today was the attendance, but my meeting is ending with a double figure number of participants still on stage. I will settle for that. And before it goes any lower, I would like to stop the recording. Yes.